Hey everyone, it's Riley, and today I'll be setting up my bullet journal for the month of March. So recently I've been receiving a bunch of beautiful stationery, and it's like the kinds of things that I don't often use in my own bullet journal. So typically in my bullet journal, I like to use pretty basic supplies, like things that you can use over and over and over again, like markers and pens and a white gel pen and stuff like that. I don't usually gravitate towards like scrapbooking style things where there's kind of like one-time use items, you know, like scrap paper pasted in, stickers, even washi tape. I do use a bit of that, but not always tons. But recently I have been given a bunch of beautiful, fun stationery that I wanted to try out, and I decided to kind of compile a bunch of it into this March theme. So as we go through the video, I know themes like this are not as easy to like duplicate for you guys, which is one of the reasons why I don't usually do this. But I will be talking about the supplies that I'm using. I will have all of them with discount codes linked below. And also, if you are not into this kind of theme, I will still be posting my theme ideas video. So every month I post my own plan with me, and then I also post a video, usually the next one, so it'll be right after this video, where I share like 3 to 5 ideas for just simple themes using very minimal supplies. So this one is a little bit heavy on the fancy supplies, but my next video will have 3 ideas for you that use very minimal supplies, so stay tuned for that one if you're interested. Just before we get into the setup, I do want to remind you all that I am making a custom bullet journal for one of my subscribers, to win to use in 2023. So as I go throughout 2022, I will be putting all of my own 2022 themes into this bullet journal for 2023, and I'll be giving it away close to the end of this year. So I'm gonna keep kind of getting updates on that journal, and you want to eventually enter the giveaway, please do subscribe to my channel so that you can follow along on this journey. So here's the journal that I've been using for the first half of 2022. It is from Archer and Olive, and as usual, I will have a discount code for them down in the description. And I cut out and kind of prepared all of my papers in advance. I just find that so much easier than trying to do them on the fly. So this paper that I have right here is just brown craft paper from Walmart, and I just cut it to be slightly smaller than the page itself. And I'm pasting that on using crafting tape again from Walmart. So this is my first really collage heavy spread, and it's definitely new to me. I feel like I'm not very natural at like knowing how to layer things and like what looks good, but I am pretty content with how it turned out. So the paper that I'm pasting on top is from OBUJO, and they come in a whole pack full of these beautiful papers. Some of them have this sort of pressed flower look. They're all very textured and really fancy, and I will be using one more from that set. So again, discount code for them will be down in the description. So this sort of white, clear-ish paper here is the other one from them that I mentioned earlier. And it's not really even like paper, it's almost more of like a fabric, but I really like it. It's quite transparent, so you can just paste it over top of things. And I ended up trying out my stamps on top of it, and that actually worked really well. I wasn't sure how well the stamps would pair with this material because it's not normal paper, but they stuck, they didn't smear or anything. So definitely would recommend these paper packs if you like collaging in your journal. So the stamps that I'm using in this setup are the stamps from Paperwrld. You can see them right beside me to the left by my journal, and they come with uppercase alphabet stamps, lowercase, punctuation, numbers. They're really awesome, so I would definitely recommend those if you're interested. And even if you're not interested in collaging in your journal, I feel like stamps are such an amazing addition because it's just a unique font. Like, Even though you can do sort of serif looking fonts by hand, nothing quite looks the same as like these stamped on letters, and there's just something about them that I really love. So on the other side, I decided again to really like condense the number of pages that I'm using in a month. And so the other side, I decided to jump straight into my tasks page, and I set it up different than I ever have before. I have no clue if I'm gonna like this setup. I just wanted to try it because I just had the idea. So basically at the top, I've got two boxes, one for work tasks and one for other tasks, like things at home mostly. And then the bottom is going to be divided up by week. So there are 5 weeks in March. And so that's where I'm going to take the tasks, both work tasks, home tasks, whatever I think of, and just specify which weeks I want them done in. So normally I would just do one or the other, like either divide my task by category or by week, but this month I actually decided to do both of those things. So for me, I've found so far in 2022, I just have not had as many like bullet journal ideas as I often do. I feel like usually I have more theme ideas than I can use, whereas right now I feel like I don't have enough bullet journal theme ideas. And so in February, you saw I kind of recreated my theme from the year before, or just like took the same theme and gave it a different spin, because honestly, I couldn't think of anything else. And for this month, I really wasn't sure what to do for a theme, so I just pulled out some stationery that kind of went together and decided to collage. So I'm definitely experiencing a bit of a block here, and also just a bit of a lack of motivation. I still use my bullet journal every day. It's not that I'm not motivated to use my bullet journal, I just don't feel as motivated to make it look pretty right now. Like, I love using it as a planner and for making lists and all that stuff, but you should see my recent weekly pages. Like, they have zero decoration. I really haven't been putting much effort into them because they still serve me just fine. So coming up with different aesthetic theme ideas instead of just using it for function has been a bit more difficult for me here at the beginning of 2022, but I'm hoping that it's just a little bump that I get over pretty soon. So that's the end of this first 2-page spread here. There will only be one more 2-page spread in this setup, and that is my calendar for March. So I'm setting up the calendar exactly the same as I always do. I'm using a light color for the boxes. I just love this because if I want to like paste stickers over it, you can't see the lines through the stickers. Or if I have an event that spans multiple days, I can easily write across or draw across all of those days without the daily boxes kind of getting in the way. So the boxes that I'm drawing are 5 dock grid spaces wide by 6 tall, and I just find it's the perfect fit if you want to have a nice big margin over to the right, which I definitely do. So to decorate this page, I'll be using some of the same elements that I use on my cover, and all of the washi tapes that I'm using here today are from the Washi tape shop. They have more of that like vintage vibe, which I really like for this collage spread. So I'm going to be making my little March heading at the top, and I'm going to use my scrap paper and that paper from OBUJO to actually write out my heading, and then some fun treats from the Washi tape shop to kind of decorate everything. I also do get asked a lot about the ink pad that I use, because my ink pad seriously never smudges when I like press the stamps on. and it also never smudges if I try to color over them. So I quite regularly color over top of my stamps, and the ink never ever smears or smudges or anything like that. So unfortunately I don't have a great answer. I don't actually know what kind of ink that it is, but I did get it from No Issue. They're a brand that does like custom packaging, and so they did some packaging for me a while back, which I really did like, and it was a stamp set with kind of a logo on it for me, and it came along with this stamp pad. So that's where I got it. I really don't know much about where you can get a similar one. You might be able to buy them individually from No Issue, but it is definitely possible to find ink out there that will not smear when you stamp it or when you color on top of it. So I've got my little heading over there, and again, the decorations are mostly from the Washi Tape Shop and OBUJO, and then over to the side here I'm doing my YouTube tracker, and normally I'll include something else as well, like a weekly focus section or some goals for the month, big tasks for the month, just a mini like brain dump or notes section. But since I am doing a collage-y theme this month, I decided instead to use that space to just do a little bit more collaging. So the paper that I've got there, as well as these mushroom stickers, these are from OBUJO, and they seriously have so many options for the little mushroom sticker book that you saw. You can get it in themes, like I have a moon themed one, I've got the mushroom themed one, I've got vintage ones, or you can get it more with like a main color palette. So I have the pink one, the orange one, yellow one, white one, blue one. Like I have so many of these books because I'm so hooked. I use these all the time. Not in my like planning journal, but more in my daily journal where I just write about the day and things that I enjoyed and I'm grateful for. And I really love using these stickers. Like I said, they are stickers, but I do sometimes glue them in if I don't want the background or whatever's behind them to show through. And I find that that works just fine as well. So there's my little collage in the corner, and the Washi Tape Shop has these awesome rolls of washi that have just like little pictures. So like the camera up at the top by March is from one of those. I just cut it out. And then this little clip here is from another one. So that's pretty much it for my calendar page here. Now let's go ahead and do a quick flip through of the journal. All we've really got is the monthly title page and tasks page here. And then we've got our calendar for the month of March with a YouTube tracker and just a little collage in the corner featuring OBUJO and the Washi Tape Shop. Thank you all for joining me to set up March in my bullet journal today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in my next video.